Hi, I'm Sarah Eisenberg, certified yoga instructor, master body intuitive. Welcome to yoga. Please work at your own pace, trust your body, take breaks whenever you need to. If you want to make it more advanced, please do. Write to me in the comments, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the mat.
Okay, lie down on your back and have your blocks and straps nearby, strap singular. Draw your knees to your chest. Holding onto your knees, rock softly from side to side. Giving yourself permission to unwind. Holding the knees, you're going to circle them apart, away, together, and in. Noticing how the low back arches and then presses into the floor. Switch directions, pressing knees away, apart, together, and in. Keeping the steadiness of the rocking chair of the lower back. Holding the front of the right shin, send the left leg up and dorsiflex the foot, sending the heel to the sky. Then we're going to floint the foot. So we're going to do a bit of a foot wave. So you're Barbie footing the foot, extending the ball of the foot toward the ceiling, flexing the toes back toward your face. So it's called a floint because it's both a flex and a point. Now point the toes all the way and then crunch them. Your foot may cramp, that's normal. Crunch the toes and then flex the foot again. Floint the foot, point the toes, crunch the toes. Let's add the leg movement. Bend the knee and draw the knee into the chest, toward you, and then extend up through the leg, flexing, dorsiflexing through the heel. Floint the foot, point the toes, crunch the toes, bend the knee, draw the leg in, up, flex the foot. Circle the leg here, keeping the flexion. Relax your jaw and tongue. Go the other direction. Try to make the circle as clean as you can. Hold it in the center, floint the foot, point the foot, crunch the toes, send the leg down, flex the foot right before you hit ground, and sink the leg into the earth. Pull your right knee into your body and circle. While you're circling this right leg, keep the heaviness in the left. Keep that leg as an anchor, as a stabilizing force. Switch the direction of the circle. Feel that massage in your intestines. And then holding the front of your shin, open the leg up to the right, and with your left hand, just the dermis, superficially smooth the body, but you're not going into the muscular layer at all, just the very top of the skin, brushing it. If you happen to have pain somewhere, brush there more, but not deeper. And this may be like an endocrine, like a ovary or a psoas, right? Which is a deeper, perhaps, muscle. But again, we're just staying at the very surface with our hand. You may want to go up by the breast tissue. Under the collarbones, we have a ton of lymph. Wherever you intuitively go is right. And then lift your right knee up, shift your hips over to the right, and let that knee fall over to the left. Reach your right arm open. With your left hand, again, just superficially, you're going to stroke the right side of you, having the focus of the right hip moving away from the waist. In no way are you grabbing the hip bone. You're just directing it through the focus of the skin, touching the skin. If your piriformis, any muscles here in the right butt hurt, in the glute, the anything there, stroke that area, lightly brushing your hand over it. Maybe it's the IT van, that's a popular tight place. And then let your hand weigh that leg down, it becomes a weight. Turn your head to the right, and as far as your room will allow, your space will allow, look as far out into the distance as you can. Breathe in and melt your shoulders down. Then look at your right hand. And without changing, without turning the head, without tilting the head, only moving the eyes, move them back to that far distance place, which is up and to the right. And then look locally at your hand. Take a deep breath in. And again, relax the shoulders, melt into the earth. Reach through your right arm and roll onto your back. Shift your hips back to center, grab your block, get one if you need to. I'm gonna do the narrow width, I think, and squeeze the block. My legs are in the air, my shins are parallel to the floor, and I'm adducting. I'm gonna roll to my right sitting bone. I'm not gonna go past it, so my knees are probably 1.5 feet off the floor. Glancing at my legs, I'm gonna see that they're even. The knees are equally stacked. And then I'm gonna tee my arms and turn the palms down to the floor. Tilt your pelvis away from you. So there's a bit of a hanging here, almost like you're hang gliding. And squeeze your right leg into the block more. Flex your feet. Point your toes. Flex your feet. The left one will probably be quite different. Point the toes. Flex the feet. Squeeze the block with both of your legs. Feel your tummy engage. Before we move the legs, envision the tummy rolling to the left. Oh, and it pulls you back up to center. Ooh, inhale. Exhale, roll to your left sits bone. Level the knees. So shift that, in my case, right hip forward. Turn and look at the ceiling. Stay on that left sitting bone and tilt your pelvis slightly forward. Keep your right shoulder pinned. Breathe here. Squeeze your left leg into the block. Squeeze both legs into the block. Feel your tummy rotate toward the right. Pull your knees up to center and remove the block. Hug your left shin to your body. Reach your right leg up to the sky. Nice strong flex. Then floint the foot like a Barbie doll. Point the foot. Crunch the toes. Bend the knee. Draw it in toward your chest. Uncurl the toes as you extend the leg up to the sky. Dorsiflex the foot. You might get a cramp. Floint the foot. Spreading your toes as you extend through the ball of that foot. Point the toes. Crunch the toes. Bend the knee. Draw it in toward your body. And start to uncurl the foot as you extend the leg up to the sky. Dorsiflex the foot. Floint the foot. Point the toes. Crunch the toes. Bend the knee, draw the leg in. Extend it up and uncurl the toes. Extend through the heel. Circle the leg, foot to the sky, staying in that flexion. Make a clean circle on your ceiling. Go the other way. Center it. Floint the foot. Point the toes. Crunch the toes. Start to send the leg down to the earth slowly. Before you hit the ground, flex the foot and let it lower to the earth, sinking in deeply, as though the earth were soft and damp and you could just sink. Pull your left knee in closely to your body, stabilize with that heavy right leg, and circle your left knee. Feel the softening deep in the connection between your leg and your torso. Breathe deeply into the belly, into the lower body, and circle the other direction. We tend to breathe very shallowly throughout our day, especially if we're prone to being in an agitated state, chronic stress. That's just how we breathe. Can you send your breath deeper? Hold your shin as you pull your leg open to the left, working at the level of the skin. Brush with your right hand any place you feel intuitively you should go. Stay very topical. Pull the knee into the center. Shift your hips, your whole hip thing over to the left. Let the knee fall to the right. Reach your left arm open. Turn your head to the left with your right hand, stroking at the level of the skin. Your focus is to roll your left hip away from the waist. Keep that hand brushing very, very lightly. Then slide the hand to the top of the knee and add that weight. Unless that hurts you, then please put it somewhere else. Looking to the left, send your eyes back into the left without really changing the tilt of your head. As far as your space will allow, look into the distance. Melt your shoulders. And breathe, let your nervous system regulate here. Look at your hand. I did move my head. I don't want to though. Just try to move your eyes. Look locally at the hand. And then look back into the left without changing the head tilt if you can help it. You may notice extra saliva. That would be a good sign. Swallowing. Hopefully the swallowing is pretty easy. Then look again at the hand. Again, I just naturally tilted my head, but I want to minimize that. Deep breath in. Relax the shoulders down. Reach through that left hand, let it roll you to your back body. Grab your block, place it between your legs. Flex your feet, slide your hands behind your head, and start to lift your head and shoulders up here, keeping the elbows wide. Squeeze that block between the inner knees. 10, pulling your belly down to the earth as you lift to the highest part of the crunch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your feet to the ground. Please be mindful as you lower your precious head. Arch your lower back slightly, squeezing the glutes without activating the inner thigh muscles. 10 of these, 10 glute activations here. I have my fingers touching my butt so that I can feel if it's happening where I want it to be. Okay, squeeze the legs. Let's do 10 of these. Not the glutes at all. Keep the legs squeezed in the block. Raise your glutes. Stay on your upper back. Now keep squeezing the inner thighs. Add the squeezing of the glutes. Hands can be at the buttocks or on the floor. Try not to pubic bone here. So there won't be a visible lift. It's a drawing in toward the midline with the buttocks. In other words, you're staying at the same height, or trying to, as the glutes engage in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As opposed to a pelvic thrust. Let's try that. So going up with the glutes now toward the sky. 10, 9. It's a different action. 8, 7, 6. Now hold this one. Squeeze in and up. Just hold. Keep a constant squeezing pressure. Flatten the tummy. 5. Lengthen your toes. 4. Let's do even more than that. Lift your toes. 3, 2, and 1. One vertebra at a time. Slide down. Roll your pelvis away from you. Press the low back into the floor. Roll it away. Press it in. Interlace the fingers over the chest. As you reach your arms back, roll the pelvis away, arching lower back, arms extend. As the hands come back up to the ceiling, imprint the low back. Inhale, keep a squeeze on the block the whole time. Exhale. I'm inhaling, the arms overhead, arching. I'm imprinting and engaging the tummy on that exhale. Keep going. Last one, reach those arms overhead, arch the lower back. Hold the shape, breathe through your nose. Without changing your head tilt at all, take your tongue to the back right molar, bottom right molar, across the teeth to the bottom left molar, up to the top left molar, and across to center. Go again in that direction. And then go the other way. Tongue goes across the top teeth to the back left molar, down to the bottom left molar, across the teeth, back to center. No, sorry, back to the right molar, bottom right molar, up to the top right molar, and then across back to center. And do that again. And then relax your tongue. Notice that the arms will go even further. And tilt your body to the right, pointing to the right. Maybe there's a stretch there. Back to center, over to the left. And reach. And then snow angel your arms down. Take your whole self over to the right. And press yourself up. Blocks on either side. Good morning. Inhale, knees under your hips. Inhale, lift your tailbone, look up. Wag your butt. Wag your butt. And then neutralize your spine. So long spine, slight arch in the lower back, tummy in, knees slightly behind the hips. Let's put them under the hips for stability. Raise your right leg up and peeing dog out to the right. Good, turn. Knee goes to the right and down, hydrant pose. So 10 of these, lifting and squeezing it. If you just want to make it miserably harder, you can put the block behind between your calf and your thigh and hold it there as you lift and lower. Brace by pulling the tummy in. And then go straight back. So knees parallel and lift. Try not to raise it too high because I don't want you to throw your back into an arch. Keep the tummy working. Lift it so that your knee and hip are the same height. Pulse it up without arching the lower back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. If you have the block there, take it out and then stretch that leg. Flex, straighten the leg behind you. Flex the toes into the floor. Stretch through the calf and Achilles. And then raise that leg straight up. Pull the tummy in, lengthen your lower back. Bird dog, reach that left arm forward, hold. Inhale, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, 4. Inhale, 3. Inhale, 2. Inhale, 1. Squeeze. Reach it all the way out and then put it down. Push back to child's pose. Send the hips all the way back, drop your head. Long breaths into the deepest part of the body. Coming forward. I'm going to adjust the music a little bit. Turn your hands, fingers to 6 o'clock and circle, so I'm on all fours, circle your shoulders clockwise around your wrist. And counterclockwise. Good, turn your hands forward. Inhale to cow. Oh. Exhale, cat. Inhale. And exhale. If you'd like, put your block behind your knee, stabilize it there. Lift the knee, neutral the spine first, then lift the knee. Hydrant the leg out to the side and bring the leg down, parallel, and back out to the side. We'll do 10 of these. These can be modified on the elbows as needed, or fists, or raised hands. Bring the knee parallel to the other and straight back and up, holding that block if you wish, or just keeping a right angle. Tummy being used to help stabilize here. Try to keep even weight, left and right hand. When you've done 10, pulse up. 5, 4, 3. Oops, I lost the block and woke up Lola. Sorry, Lola. and one, and then lower the knee and press back, child's pose. Take that block and put it under your belly. Okay, is it my belly? Not really. So my knees are wide. I'm putting it belly, kind of ribs, just wherever I can kind of shove it. I have a second block. If you don't, that's okay. But I'm going to put my head on that, or you could use your hands. Basically, I want the block to kind of poke into my mush, the mush of my tummy, and I want to soften it, my butt, my stomach, my tummy area. Now, the shape here, I'm forcing space into my lower back ribs, where a lot of people have trouble getting expansion. So I want to breathe into this round part, mid-round part of my back, this thoracic area here, and the beginning of the lumbar spine, this whole area here. So I want the back body to fill with breath. I put my hands back there so I can feel the ribs move. So even though I have like a block shoved into my stomach, I could see myself falling asleep. I'm going to really try not to, but it's so sort of almost hypnotically relaxing once you get this back body breathing. Using the whole diaphragm and not just the part we're habitualized to use. Let your hands drop down. Just relax here for a moment. Maybe lower the block a bit. Just notice, are you more relaxed? Like nothing's changed in your life, but just through breathing, how do you feel? Like, is there more spaciousness to being? I hope so. This might be worth practicing a lot, and maybe not with blocks. You could use a softer ball. That might be nice. People use a medicine ball, which isn't particularly soft, but it is the right shape. And then draw your belly in away from the block and roll up, squeezing your abdomen on your way up. And then we'll put the blocks at the front of the mat. Tuck your toes under, bring your knees together, and sit back on your heels, opening up those meridians in the feet. This might be too rough on your toes, so adjust as you need. It's known to be brutal. We're getting that spleen meridian and kidney meridian. These are very important. Well, they're all important. Life force activators. Opening those meridians up. And then come up onto your knees, kneeling onto your shins. Reach back with your right arm and grab your right heel. Reach up with your left arm to the sky and look up to that hand. Look back to your right hand. Corkscrew your left hand. So the thumb, I think it's clockwise. I don't know. I'm turning my thumb forward. And then reaching the palm a little bit more to the ceiling. Flex the wrist as much as you can. Keep looking back to the right. Then without changing the tilt of the head, look up to the left like you're trying to see that left hand. I can barely see it. And without changing your head, look back and down to the right. Uncorkscrew your hand. Reach as though a friend were there. Ooh, and pull up. Shake it out. Shake stuff. Okay, good. You might have to go pee. Do I? Not yet. Okay. Left hand reaches back to the left ankle. Right arm reaches straight up. Look up to that right hand. Then turning your head, look back to your left heel. Corkscrew the right hand, turning that thumb forward, and then flex the hands. The palm turns up. Without changing your head tilt, look up to that top hand and just see it, perhaps, or sense it. And then look back down to the left without changing your head tilt. Uncorkscrew the right hand, reach up and pull up. Oh, shake it out. Shake it out. Good. Shake out your wrists and blow through your mouth like a lawnmower. And then on all fours, head circle to the right. Try to keep your shoulders still. Head circle to the left. And then center it, a down dog. And I'm expecting that this down dog is just the best down dog that's happened in a while. As we've really flossed our nerves here and opened up gotten our nervous system really into that nice space of healing. Where the muscles feel a certain playfulness, a certain elasticity, safe to move, safe to grow, safe to heal. Walk it forward to the top of the mat, feet together, bending your knees, pull your heart forward, and feel that stretch through the spine, lifting your sits bones back and apart. As you pull through spider fingers, your heart forward. Then drop your head, bow your chin into your chest. Try to touch the chin to the body there. Palms press firm down through the thumbs, especially into the earth. And just make sure your toes are really in a straight line. Mine were not, which is why I mention it. Inhale, rise, lifting through the heart all the way up. Big ascension, reach, stretch through your fingernails. Side body long, look up, and then reach the arms back from the arm bones. Corkscrew? No. Like a wine opener, press your arms down, lifting your head up. Open the palms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold over. Tuck the chin, palms press. Tense your fingers. Inhale, look up. Sits bones back. It's nice to bend the knees here. It gives you a little bit of slack, but not just that, the hamstrings can activate better. Step left foot, right foot back to plank. Pull your lats on here. So feel the armpits drag down. Feel your big toes as you bend your elbows, come halfway to the mat. Roll over your toes, smile, lifting the soft palate as you look up and back toward your heels. Roll over the feet, drishti is between the feet. Pull your pelvic floor up, your belly up, and chin moving to the chest for that throat lock. Breathing here. Widen the shoulders. Raise your heels on an inhale, bend the knees on an exhale, travel to your hands. Inhale, lift to a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Press your palms down, tuck your chin. Very nice. Inhale, rise up. Reach through your fingertips. Nice. Look back. Reach from the arm bones. Good. Reach back up. And then like a bottle opener, arms come down, the head rises up like you're pulling a cork out. Turn your palms forward. Inhale, glide the arms up. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, looking up. Step back, right, left foot, hold your plank. Engage your side body muscles. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing. Gaze between the feet. Inner line of muscles turned on. Creating a flow of breath, like a traffic cop directing the flow of breath. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Travel. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, melt down and in. Inhale, rise. Spine flexible, reach back. Bring the arms down by your side. Feel that lift of the head. Palms turn forward, bend your knees, touch the floor with your middle fingers, and then raise the arms straight up on that diagonal. Squeeze the glutes like we practiced. So they squeeze in and hold, activating that inward curving of the buttocks. Lean back so your knees line up with your ankles. Hold that angle, hamstrings engage. And fold forward, release it. Inhale, look up. If you want to, you can jump back or step back, left, right foot. Chaturanga. Upward facing, shoulders back, chest open. Knees up if you can. Good. Downward dog. Right leg up to the sky. Right knee out to the right upper arm. Right leg up to the sky. Right knee to the nose. Tummy in. Let's do that. Again, kick that right leg up, but this time bend the knee and reach the foot toward the head. From here, keep that knee bend, draw it toward the nose. Look forward, lunge forward, lower the left knee. Walk your blocks back by your hips, and then tuck your tailbone long, squeezing that left buttock. Pelvis is straight up and down. My fingers are on the blocks. Reach your right arm up, bend over to the left. Look up to the right. Bring the right hand down, reach the left arm up, look up to the left. Try to keep the hips upright. Left hand down, both arms up, sink your tailbone forward, interlace the fingers, look up. Keep sinking. Bring the hands down, lift the back knee up, and circle the shin, or like the foot, to the right, up, left, down without touching the floor. So circling that lower shin around in a circle. Go the other way. Point the foot, for me it's into bruisers, but to that back foot to the right. So the shin is parallel to the front of the mat and come up. So your torso is facing the long left edge of the mat. Raise both arms up. It's like Captain Jack. And then straighten that right leg. Turn your toes the direction you're facing. Keep reaching up, and then take the right hand down the right leg and bend over that leg to the right. Both arms up. Reach both hands down to the floor in front of you, bending the right knee. So the front knee start to hip circle here. So using that leg as a lever to circle. Go the other way. And then straighten that leg. Sink your hips all the way back toward your left heel. Lower your head. Push your right foot into the ground so that the arch of the foot is lifted. Relax your shoulders. Stretch into that right inner groin. Left shin. Can you breathe into that part of the back we felt when we had the block in our bellies? Walk your hands in. Come forward. That left shin might be a little dead. Tuck the left toes under. Prasarita facing the left edge of the mat. Line up your feet so you have some stability. Then walk your hands in line with your toes. Lean your hips forward and the head down to the ground if you can. Creating a nice, sweet little tripod shape here. Place your knees on those arm rests and maybe pick up the feet. Headstand, optional. Bringing the knees back to the arms if they've left, and then the feet back to the earth. Walk your hands around to the front of the mat. Pivot into a lunge here. Raise your right arm high. Bring the right hand down, step back plank. Chaturanga, upward, beautiful you. Shoulders back, legs firing on all cylinders. Roll back over the feet, down dog. Left leg up, knee to upper left arm kiss. Left leg up, knee to nose. Leg up, foot toward head, head toward foot. Knee toward chest, chin toward chest. Step the left foot through. Lower the left knee. Please pat it up as you like. Walk the blocks back underneath your pelvis. Lengthen your tailbone. Squeeze your hips. Left arm up and over to the right. Look up to the left. Left hand down, right arm up and over. Look up to the right. Both arms up, interlace the fingers, sink the hips forward. Half moon here, reaching up and back, letting that spine move toward the front of the body. Good, bring the hands down, lift the back knee, pivot to the right. How did we get there? We did not get there like this. Okay, bring that right shin down and straighten that left leg. Hands come down. Oh, I remember. Arms up, straight up here. Good. And then reach to the left leg. My toes are facing the right side of the mat. And reach up and over toward that left leg. Circle the hands down. We're going to use that front leg, that left leg, as our lever to turn us. So we're going to use that knee and propel our hips into circles here. A little bit of a spidery, circular movement. And then if you can figure it out, switch the direction. And I'm noticing there's some spooky places for me here, like that I'm avoiding, but I don't know that I need to avoid it. I'm gonna look into that right now. And then slide those hips back and please modify for your knees. Head comes down if you can. Plant the left foot down so that pinky toe side is down and the arch is engaged quite a bit. So for me, it's a nice tight opening. There's a stretch in the inner groin. Come on out of that. That right shin might feel a little stuck. Come on to both feet. Reach for your ankles. Inhale, lift your chest up here. Holding the ankles, fold here, bending your elbows. Let your shoulder blades slide up your back. Nice, you guys. Tilt forward so your hips align over your ankles. Pull up on the knees using your brain to do that. And then relax your hands to the mat, pivot forward, rotate forward until you're in a lunge. Left foot will be forward. Then take your left arm up and twist. Try to keep your hips level here. Reach through your fingers. This is the heart meridian. Letting it circulate. Bring the left hand to the mat. Step back foot forward. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, fold and drop. Bend the knees, chair. Hands to the hips, step your left foot to the left. Imagine an infinity symbol on the floor between your feet and trace it with your finger. I used my dominant hand. Now, use your other hand, whichever one you haven't used. And bend your knees if you can. Stay in that squat. Hands at the hips, and now start to do it. Trace it with your pelvis or your hips. I'm not sure what I'm tracing out. This part of me somehow. Maybe it's like the tailbone. And then go the other way. Uh-oh. Okay. That was harder. And then press through both feet, straighten the legs. Ooh. Bend the knees just a little bit and try it again where you're not in such a deep squat. And then go the other way. Okay, I really want to cheat using my shoulders because those move a lot better. Oh my gosh. And then center toes out, toes in, toes out, toe heeling the feet all the way together using these big movements. Bring the feet all the way together eventually. Awesome. Good. And squeeze the buttocks, hips in, legs, feel that streamline. And perhaps way better balance. Feel sturdy, unshakable. Draw your right knee up, hold your right ankle, place the foot into tree. Let's see. You can modify, have the foot lower. You can try holding something, but maybe not. Squeeze the hips level so they're not tilting left. And then raise the branches up. Root deep through the left foot. Pelvic floor, belly engage. Reach through fingertips. Maybe test it looking up. Look level. Knee comes forward, foot comes down. Arms come down. So if you always hold on to something, It's okay for sure to hold on to something, but maybe try just a lower tree and test it, because we did a lot of things that are said to help balance. Let's just see if we can start to build a little more confidence there. Right foot pushing into the floor, left foot up wherever it can go. Hands at the hips. Gauge that they're level. A good point here are the two frontal hip points. I spread my peace fingers over those hip bones and I can feel if they're level, or at least I think I can. Squeeze the butt. Raise the arms if you feel ready. Root through the right foot. Pelvic floor lift. Feel the chain as the arches of the body lift. Reach through your fingers. Maybe look up. Breathe. Knee turns forward. Leg comes down. Whew, stand in Tadasana. Just hold that. Feel how this is a building block of all movement. Rooting into the earth. Activating muscles of the legs. Melting tension out of the neck and shoulders. Tongue soft. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, pull the heart forward. Jump back or step back, chaturanga. Upward dog. Push back, knees to the ground. Child's pose. Relax your hands back by your feet. Breathe into those back ribs. Belly pulls in, chin tucks to chest as you roll to sit. If you need to, put a block under your butt or adjust how you need to. Index finger of your non-dominant hand away from the nose as far as it'll go, but lined up with the nose. Bring it in, follow it with your eyes to your nose, and then back out. In and out. In and out. And then shake it out. I'm going to give you all an individualized thing here. Hold on one second. Karen, you're going to put your right hand on your right big toe, and you're going to think about your right big toe. And then you're going to do the same exercise, that little push-up. It's like an eyeball push-up, left with your left finger away into the nose as you think about your right big toe. Taylor, you're going to think about your whichever knee you want to think about. It's really a toss-up. Both knees are like me. So just pick one. And then also with your left finger. So right hand to either knee, or maybe both knees if you can hold both knees in your awareness, because they really both want it. And then with your left finger near and far. And Elena, right shoulder. And you're going to use your left finger. So think of can you put your hand on your right shoulder? And then left finger, well, whatever you need to do there, Elena. And then your other finger doing near and far. And it's a little push up with the eyes. Everyone do 5 more. And when you're done, close your eyes. Shake it out. And maybe get up and just walk around your space a little bit and just notice maybe an area that had pain or discomfort or anything feels differently. And then we're going to come down for a camel. So toes tucked under in this variation. Reach back to your heels, send your pelvis forward. Roll your shoulder blades onto your back, lift your heart, and then optional drop the head. Pull up on the heels. Shining light radiantly from the heart. Fill the room with that starburst of light. Beautiful. And when you're ready, come on up out of it and shake your booty. Come down to your back, grab your blocks, have them there. We're going to come right into a supported back bend. I'm going to choose the highest height because we're going to go from there into Viparita Karani. So putting the block, whatever height you like, underneath your sacrum plate. Draw the shoulders under you, the shoulder bones. They become these beautiful little mounts, M-O-U-N-T-S, to balance on. Push down through the arms, activating the muscles of the arms and the back. You can grip the mat and pull it apart. That's going to give you a little more muscle. Press your big toes down. The other toes can be up, but get that big toe mound, M-O-U-N-D, down. Ascertain, just see if your pelvis is level. Mine isn't. I don't know how I'm managing this, but even on a block, it's tilting to the left. I'm gonna do what I can to fix that. Have a little arch in your low back. Can you feel that? And hollow the belly. It's like a hollowing out above the hip bone. And then see if you can raise your legs up. Keeping everything as it is other than that. So the chest stays open, the shoulder mounds stay planted, and the big toe ball mounds reach toward the sky in that floint. Spreading all the toes apart. Carefully, you're tilting the pelvis forward, hollowing out above the hip bones to the rib cage. It's very useful to be able to breathe into the back body here, back, lower ribs, or high into the chest, or both. There's a theory in yoga that there's this beautiful nectar called Amrit, the fountain of youth. But over time, it settles down at our feet. And they believed, and it's an interesting concept, that inversions bring it back up through the heart and recycle it. And it sends it into the skin, reverses graying, aging, who knows? But I like to think about it. Leave that right leg there, float the left toes to tap on the floor. Pull that right leg a little closer to your face. And then lift that left knee, extend that left leg up. Leave it there, bend the right knee. Drop the toes to touch the floor. Stretch your left leg a little closer to you. Reach that left leg up. Lift the right toes. Extend the right leg up. Float your toes again. And then bring both toes, all 10 toes, pointed down to touch the floor. Oh, that's challenging. And then the rest of the foot. Back into that supported bridge. Make sure you're steady, and then lift your sacrum, pull the block out and hold. If your back is feeling just awesome, go ahead into a fuller back bend, or please stay here and enjoy. This is plenty. Or maybe it isn't. Maybe you crave thirst for more. Everybody come down in your own way, gorgeously. Taking those blocks, if you have them there, your knees open and the blocks support you as you come into a Supta Baddha Konasana, lying down, butterfly pose, supported by blocks. One hand on the belly and one over the heart. Take a deep breath here. And please sigh it out. Deep breath in. Cross your arms and working at the level of the skin, stroke your from shoulders to elbows. And then fingers tap on the cheekbones. Jawline. Collarbone. Diaphragm. Tummy. Hip bones. Inner groin. And then right hand from the center of the torso at the bottom of the ribs sweeps repeatedly to the left, slides across the left, and then jumps back to the center. Do a few of these here. Detoxing, cleaning out the lymph. Cross the arms again, other arm on top and tap right at the armpits. And then brush the hands down the sides like you're sweeping. Shake out your wrists. And bring the arms down by your side. Palms turned up. If you'd like to slowly straighten the legs, go ahead. I'm going to with the blocks underneath the backs of my thighs. Or no blocks at all. Rolling the legs in and out. Perhaps the arm bones in and out. If you want, cover your eyes. Or get a cozy blanket on top of you or around you to cocoon yourself. Please take a deep breath in. And sigh it out. Scoop up anything that's just stuck in your craw. And then exhale that puppy out. One more time, like a stubborn stain. Go ahead and get that guy up. Exhale that out. And then let go. Fall into the arms of the universe as though you were falling into Mother Earth. As if you could feel her holding you. Let go. Whatever defenses remain, invite them now to release. You are safe. You are held. You are actively loved in this moment. Deep breath in. Release another layer of stress as you exhale. Begin to animate the body as you inhale, reaching back through your fingers and out through your feet, through your toes. Feel as the energy moves and ribbons of color through you, past you. You are a vessel. Bending the left knee, roll to your right. Maybe like me, you have a little beastie to your right you can cuddle into. Breathe into your back body. Filling it up with the love of your own body's breath. The universe hovers right at the tip of the nose, waiting for you to breathe it in and begin this duet. But by the time it gets to the back, it has become you for a moment before it leaves again. I guess it's kind of like money, how back in the day when we had money, it used to travel from hand to hand, all of us kind of putting our little touch on it. Breath does this in a way, I suppose. Don't worry, it has lots of filters. And then push down into the earth and rise. Finding yourself a strong seat within your own body. Sit up tall, feel your spine electric, sending messages everywhere. What message are you sending? What messages are you receiving? You are a clear, tall, bright antenna. Raise your arms up to the sun. The superpower. Drawing this magnetic light in, holding the hands into prayer at your heart. This electrical center at our heart, connecting to all hearts, everywhere, one Om, inhale. Oh. Raising that electrical frequency to the mind. Thumbs insert into the third eye center. We bow in great reverence for our own heart and for one another's, receiving the messages of love from each other. Sit up tall, sending each other many blessings of love. Thanks, you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you all, and I'll see you very soon.